Hello, everybody. What we're going to talk about today is prospecting. People in sales generally are very resistant to prospecting. I think it scares them in a lot of ways. I want to kind of demystify prospecting and make it a little more palatable for you. Prospecting is simply talking to people about what you do with the goal or the intention of getting an appointment with them to turn them into a recruit, a client, or to get referrals so that you can see more people. So when developing your prospect list, when you're getting started, you're going to meet with your trainer, your upline, whoever that happens to be working with you. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to develop your prospect list and learn what the correct prospecting activity is. You should begin by getting your address book out and writing down every person you know. One of the things you want to do is just write everybody you can think of down, right? By getting your address book out or your Palm Pilot or wherever you keep all your addresses and phone numbers of people you know, get that out. And then also make sure that your trainer gives you a copy of a memory jogger. It's a sheet of paper that has all kinds of things on it that will remind you of people you might have forgotten about and who to talk to. So once you have a large list put together, what you're going to want to do is get together with your partner, your upline, your trainer, and organize them so that the people that you have the most credibility with are at the top of the list. You'll have a much better start if you begin with people who like you and trust you. One of the mistakes I see people make sometimes is they'll put together the list, but they won't go see the people that they have the closest relationships with or that like them the most. And that's a big mistake. You want to go see the people that like you the most, that trust you the most. You're going to have much, much better results. It's going to be much more comfortable seeing people that like and trust you than seeing people that you don't have quite the same kind of relationship with. So then what you want to do is you want to organize them in terms of their qualifications. So you want to take that list. Hopefully there's 50 or 100 names or more. You're going to qualify that list with people, we call them 5-pointers, and I'll explain what a 5-pointer is. A 5-pointer is an individual that is married, has children, is a homeowner, is employed with an income of at least $25,000 a year and up, and has lived in the area 2 years or longer, and is looking to do something kind of special, wants to build a business, wants to do something great with their life. So the higher the percentage of people you see in the 5-point market, the better the results you'll realize. See, with this group of people is generally more motivated to secure their financial lives, and since like attracts like, their warm market is generally going to be just like them. They're going to take you to see married, people with children, homeowners, good jobs, who lived in the area for a while. They're going to take you to see all those kinds of people, and you're going to have much better results. So your goal is to recruit as many people as possible of the people you like and care about. All right. So as you put that list, your intention should be, and your trainer's intention should be, to attempt to recruit as many people of those people that you really like and that you enjoy being around as possible. Okay, if you do this correctly, if you do this process correctly by putting together a list, going through it, qualifying it, and then going and seeing these people and setting up appointments with these people, you're never going to run out of people to see, all right? You're never going to have a problem if you start in the right market, right? Because what happens, if you're in the right market, you should have the potential to contact and meet with an additional 30 or more people in the right market for every person you recruit. So example, if you recruit somebody that is one of those people that's a 5-pointer, so to speak, okay, and you get that list and you recruit them, you get that list, you're going to get a list of probably 30 to 50 to 100 people. Some people even have more than that. But every time you recruit somebody in that market, you're going to be able to have a whole new market of people open up to you. That's the way you build a business. That's the way that I built a business. See, the warm market list of each new recruit represents new prospects you can see in the field training process. So by recruiting someone new in the right market, it's the absolute best way to prospect for new associates or business. Okay, it's much easier to prospect in people's warm market, recruiting people and going to see people they care about and that like them and trust them, than it is to prospect for strangers that you don't know. That's a much more difficult way to build a business. The appointments set in this 5-point market are generally very warm. They're open to meeting with you. Since there's a certain level of trust between the trainee, the new recruit, the trainee that you're working with, and the prospect, it's the most comfortable and fun way to build a Primerica business. When I was training people, one of the things that happened time after time when I was when I'd be training a recruit, I'd go see their very good friends or maybe family members. Invariably, what would end up happening, they'd want to feed us, they'd offer us drinks. It was just really, really pleasant and really fun. That happened over and over again. So when beginning your Primerica business, virtually all your appointments should revolve around your warm market and meeting with people who like you and trust you. If your training is done correctly, you should never have to be in a cold market. You should never have to be going to see people that you don't know at all. You should always be either going on a referral or going with a new trainee to go see somebody they knew. And so there's always either an introduction or you're with somebody that knows them, that introduces you. So it's a very warm way of building a business. It's actually a kind of an ingenious way to build a business like this, because most sales, when you're selling, you're meeting with strangers who don't know you, who don't trust you, who may or may not like you. And it's a more difficult way to do business. The way we've done it, the way we've developed our business, where you recruit people and they take you to see people that like them and trust them, it's a very, very comfortable way. If you're going to get into the sales business, it's the way to do it. There's no question about that. As a result of doing it this way, I've never had a cold call in my career because I put together a very large list of everyone I knew, starting with my family and my friends, coworkers, church members, club members, schoolmates, even all the friends of my brothers and sisters. I have a lot of brothers and sisters. I have 6 brothers and sisters. So what I did is I got a list of all of their friends and people that they knew and that liked them and trusted them. And, I would call them and set appointments with them, using my brother or sister as a referral source. Okay. So let's say I was talking to Dak. Okay. Call him up, chit chat a little bit. How's your wife? How's Sue? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, listen, Dak, the reason I'm calling is I am just getting started a new business. I'm actually really excited about it. I have not been this excited about something in a long time, and I really think it has tremendous potential. In fact, I'm kind of weighing and thinking about I might want to do this as a career, or actually change careers. I've been involved in the jewelry business for a while now, and I'm doing fairly well at that. But man, this thing has so much excitement, so much promise to it. I'm really thinking about possibly making a career change. And of course, before I was going to make a change like that, I'd like to get some opinions from people that I respect and trust like you. Would you mind meeting with me and allowing me to show you what I'm doing, and you take a look at it and kind of pick it apart and see what you think about it? And if you see something you like, you may want to do something. That's not important. If not, no big worries. There's no obligation. I just would like to show you. And then at that point, you can decide what you think about it and give me your feedback and help me out. Would you mind doing that for me? Would you meet with me for a few minutes and let me do that for you? And then what I would do in doing that is what I want to do is I just want to get the appointment. I really do want their opinion. Of course, I'd love to recruit them into my business. Of course, I'd love to make them a client if possible. I think that's why it's important when you're doing this that you don't say things like, listen, I'm not going to sell you anything. Of course, that's not true. If it makes sense for them to become a client and they see value, I'm going to sell them something. But that's not my number one intention. My number one intention is to sit down with them. If it makes sense for them, if our products and services make sense for them, of course, they should probably go ahead, and I'd love to help them. I'd love to share the opportunity with them because, of course, again, if they're not going where they want to go in their careers, right, in the current job, if I can show them this has, much more potential than what they're currently doing, and it's pretty exciting, I want to give them the opportunity to see that as well. But what I really want is I really want the appointment. Whatever happens at the appointment, it doesn't matter. I'm not really that concerned about that. I want to get the appointment. If I'm being trained by a good quality field trainer and they are in the right market and they need the products and services we offer, or they're looking to do something different, we're going to do that. That's going to happen. The main thing I want to have with a new recruit, what I want them to do is simply to get the appointment. So I want them to be very, very non-confrontational, really casual. If a person says to you, hey, listen, I'm not really interested, say, listen, I understand that, but maybe you might be able to take a look at this and you may find somebody that may be interested, or you may know of somebody and you can point me in that direction. Would you mind doing that for me? Listen, I don't expect you to do anything. I would never use, sometimes people are a little hesitant, and I would tell that new person to say to their friend, listen, I would never use our relationship to try to get you involved in something you didn't want or need. I would never do that. I would never waste your time in that way. I hope you think enough of me to know that I would never do that. I really need your help. I really like you to look at this. I am super excited. I am really thinking about possibly making a career change. It's that good, I think. And I'd love for you to take a look at that and give me your feedback. Would you help me out? And that's the way I would do it. And I did that. And that's how I would get people to set those appointments. I was able to meet with a lot of people. So what ended up happening, I contacted and met with most of the people on my list. I didn't meet with everybody, but the majority of the people I was able to get an appointment with. I did business with most of them, and I got referrals from all of them that I did business with. I recruited several, and when I recruited them, I got a warm market list from them, like I just mentioned before. And by doing a great job with each one that I met with and really taking care of them and merely putting their needs first, I created a large list of new people to go see and recruit and do business with. From this start, I created a business that now has over 8,000 agents, and last year paid me over $4 million in cash. So that's the way I started, is the way I'm explaining to you right now. So make sure you do it exactly like this. See, if you focus on doing a great job for everyone you meet with, you'll never have a problem recruiting, getting referrals, or in building a successful business. To recap, prospecting goes like this, okay? It's talking to people with the intention of getting an appointment to recruit, do business, and get referrals. The best prospecting is to go through your warm market or your new recruit's warm market. If you focus on doing a great job in every appointment, you'll never, ever have a problem recruiting, making sales, or getting referrals to grow your business.